Hey everybody, it's Rodney Stokes, and in this video, I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to generate buyer leads on Facebook. Okay, it's a very, very simple process, but it takes a little bit of thinking, and I'm going to tell you why. First, you have to think, who has your audience? So for example, I have a solo ad business. If you go to realsoloadtraffic.com, you can see my website. And you can see I've served a lot of different people inside of the business opportunity space. So the majority of my customers are people who are either in network marketing, in CPA, which is cost per acquisition. Same thing, affiliate marketing, all that type of stuff. So what I have to constantly do is I have to think, who has my audience, or where's my audience hanging out right now? And so until you can check that off the list, until you can have that answer, you're really not going to know the correct strategy, or even if you follow what I'm about to show you, it's not going to work for you. Okay. So again, for the sake of this video, let's say I want to target network marketers, or better yet, let's say I want to target the business opportunity space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in power lead system. And for those of you who don't know, the power lead system is, and I used to be in this group, but I left. The Power Lead System is a group, is a company that teaches you how to generate leads. They show you how to put together sales funnels. They have a lot of capture pages that you can choose from. But all of these things are what I want my customer to have knowledge about. So I don't want to have to convince them that they need traffic or leads, which is A, I don't want to have to convince them of that. That should be common knowledge. B, I want them to already understand the makeup of what we do. So that means capture pages, follow-up process, tracking your clicks, all of that type of stuff. So in Power Lead System, what I have is a group of people, almost 50,000 members. Let me just go to their website real quick. Power Lead System. I actually used to be a customer of Power Lead System years ago. They might not even be in business anymore. Power Lead System. Yeah, they might. I don't know what they're doing, but say I wanted to join that Facebook group. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to ask me, are you a member? So let's see. Here you connect, ask questions, share tips. Let's see, technical report. Well, I already know, because let me just show you. Once you click on join, because I've been in this group before, they're going to ask you, this group is for active, paid PLS and LL, which is Lead Lightning, members only. That is a great sign. I don't want you to get discouraged. I don't want you to turn around and go somewhere else. That is a great sign. And the reason being is, if they're screening people in order to join this group, and they're telling you have to be an active paid member, that means that the majority, or at least a high percentage of these 50,000 people, are either still active, but better yet, they've paid money. And I believe like the lowest that you can pay for Lead Lightning is like $7. And I think Power Lead System is like $50 a month or something like that. At one time, again, I did pay, which is why I was able to join the group. But just say, for example, I want to target 50,000 people, right? The vast majority of people will say, well, I'm not a member, so I can't get into the group and I can't go after these people. You have to think outside the box. Go to leadlightning.com or go to powerleadsystem.com, sign up for a membership. Whether you do a refund after you sign up and you join the group or whatever, that's up to you. Morally, that's up to you, right? I don't want any type of red flags coming up for me when I do that process. So I never ask for a refund. I just pay the $50, $30, $7, whatever it is, so I can get my foot in the door. And then from there, go through the content. You can always get some value from these type of platforms, but then put in a request to cancel at the end of that billing cycle. So, you have access for 30 days, you're inside of the group, and you have free range where you can go after these people. But here's the thing. What most people do wrong when they get inside of Facebook groups is they spam the group, so they get kicked out instantly. A lot of times, they have a spam filter to where the admin catches your post even before it posts. So no eyeballs are on it. And they say, well, look at this person. He thought they was just going to spam my group, eject. That person kicks you right out of the group. Okay, so that's a bad thing to do. The second thing that people do is they approach people in the group and they message them. And they say, hey, I have a product or service that can help you out. Power lead system is great, but it falls short here. I have this thing that you might be interested in. And while that may work, it's a very, very small chance that it's going to work on a consistent basis. And there's a very high chance that those members will turn and report you to the admin and you're going to get kicked out the group. So this is the strategy that I teach my users for the Social Prospector Pro software. And it's just what I follow. I've been following for years and I've generated, hundreds of thousands of dollars online for free, not paying for any ads during this process. So if you look, this is my software, Social Prospector Pro. And in this particular account, I have these groups that I'm a part of. So again, I don't have the Power Lead system. I'm not a member yet, but let's just say Webinar Jam. So say I came out with a product that will help people get better results with webinars. And I think who is my main competitor or who has my customers, right? They're not your customer yet, but you have to think who's serving that crowd that I want to serve. And then you have to insert yourself inside of these groups. Because just like Russell Brunson, he has a book called Traffic Secret. It's a great book. What he likes to say is people congregate. People who are interested in the same thing, they hang out in the same places. So what we want to do is we want to find these interest clusters. So it's no difference than you running, Facebook paid ads and Facebook asks you, how do you want to target? Do you want to target based on interest? Do you want to target based on this, that, and the third? So we're doing the same thing. We're just doing it organically. So again, Webinar Jam, I have a product that can help people who do webinars. And these people had to pay. You have to be a member to be a part of this group. These people had to pay to get inside of this group. So that's 44,000 people that I have access to that will potentially be interested in my product or service. Now, what I want to do is, and I'll show you in my group. I don't want to friend request people and, mess up my audience that I've been building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside of my group just to show you for demonstration purposes. Let me just change the settings real quick. I want to change it from 400 to 100. Okay, I want to come back. And what that did was it changed it from scrolling 400 times to just scrolling 100. So I'm going to click on start and watch exactly what happens. And as you can see, it started scrolling, right? So what happened is it went to the membership page. It went to the list of all the members in there, and it's going to scroll down 100 times. And once it gets to number 100, it's going to go back to the top, and it's going to start friend requesting each and every member inside of this group. And the great thing about this feature, by the way, Social Prospector Pro has about 16, 17 different features, right? This is just one of many. The great thing about this feature is it starts from the most recent person to join and it goes down to the oldest person. So you're always getting people who just got in, who are pumped up, who are excited, who bought in, and it's still on their mind, right? So if a person just joined last week, that person is still locked in and ready to do webinars, and they're excited and pumped up, versus someone who joined, 3 years ago. That person is probably, long gone. They're not interested anymore. Or, whatever the case, but they're still inside of this group. So the great thing about this software, it starts from the newest, the most excited, the freshest people who just entered into that scenario, and it goes down to the oldest. So I'm just going to pause this real quick, and I'm going to come right back as soon as it gets to 100. All right, so we're at 100 scrolls, and watch what happens. What it's doing is reading how many it gathered that you aren't friends with already within those 100 scrolls. And you can see it says 73. It took me all the way to the top, and now it's friend requesting. Let me see where it's at. So I think we at Chad right now. Yep. So you can see it's waiting 5 seconds in between each friend request, but you can also alter that. You can put 10 seconds, 15, 30 seconds. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Okay. But by default, it's a 5 second wait. And while that's doing that, let me just show you something else. So what I'm actually following is a formula called Profile Profit Formula. And you can see right here, there are 4 questions you need to answer. You need to know the answer to before you generate unlimited targeted leads and sales from your personal Facebook profile. So who are your perfect customers? Where can you find them? We just went over that. What bait will you use to attract them? And what results do you want to give them? Okay, so you can see the first step is you want to locate where your customers are hanging out. Remember I said people hang out together, right? People who are interested in bowling, they tend to be in bowling clubs, bowling groups, golf, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. People always hang out in the same places. So you want to find those posts and you want to find those groups that not only contain your perfect customer, but also they had to pay to get in. So that turned that person from a prospect to a prospect that spends money. That's a buyer lead. And so again, you don't want to spam the Facebook group. You don't want to approach that person inside of the group. It's just going to get you banned. In long term, you're just going to kill your profits. So what we are actually doing is you want to make sure that you just optimize your Facebook profile. So you see right here, it says free cheat sheet, 4 steps to hacking your Facebook profile for unlimited leads, sales, and signups. And I have a link right here. If they click on this, you're going to see a link over here to download the cheat sheet, which is a lead magnet that puts them on my list. And I follow up. I build a relationship over time with each and every lead that comes into my world. Let's see. I did have the featured image. I got to change that up. But yeah, so you want to make sure that you have your profile set up like a sales page. You know, you want to sprinkle some personal stuff in here, some inspirational quotes, whatever the case may be. And every now and then you want to make sure that you promote what you have to offer. And the great thing is you're bringing these people, you're siphoning these people out of these groups, out of these posts into your friends list. You're bringing them into your world. So guess what happens? Facebook allows us to have 5,000 friends at any given time, right? So just imagine if 100% of the 5,000 friends you had connections with on Facebook were your perfect prospect. Think about how powerful that is. Even though Facebook every year they decrease your organic reach, it doesn't matter. If you got 5,000 friends that you know for a fact can use what you have to offer or has purchased something similar but your offer is better, it's no way that you can lose. Every single time that you post, you know that it's being seen by your perfect prospects 100% of the time, right? So again, you got to consider your Facebook profile as a web page. Show your personality, put some valuable content on there, but then also put some solutions on there. Put solutions to the problems that you know your followers or your friends are experiencing. And you know how you know the problems they're having? Because you did your homework, you did your market research, and you know exactly how you found them and how they became friends with you. So that's the overall strategy that I want you to think about when you're doing Facebook marketing. It's not always about ads. I've generated tons of money over the past 10 years. I mean, millions of dollars without spending a dime on ads. I've done, solo ad traffic. That's different. I built my list and, I provide that service. But that's different. But as far as me getting customers to purchase solo ads from me, I do that 100% free. Yeah, I pay to build my list to promote these offers from the customer to that list. But that's I'm not even counting that. When I say I've made the money, I mean by generating people who have purchased from me in my business. So so that's what you want to do. Optimize your Facebook profile for website traffic. So you have banners, you have your links there that's ready and available. You have good content there. And then guess what? People are going to click, and that's generating laser targeted buyer traffic. As long as you have a good or a great offer that they're clicking to check out, you can't help but to generate sales. And then also this method is great for people who are just launching something and you want to run paid ads because you want to scale up, but you want to test it out first on your demographic. And so that's going to give you some great insight whether that offer is a solid offer or not, if people are taking it, if people are opting in, if you can tweak this there and do away with that. That's a great step if you want to test out an offer. And of course, you can also ultimately mix organic Facebook marketing strategies with paid strategies, get the best of both worlds. But I just wanted to make sure that I showed you this strategy so that you too can tap into laser targeted buyer leads on Facebook without spending a dime. So if you want to grab this software, just go to socialprospectorpro.com or click the link in the description and it'll take you right to this page. You can see it generates 100% free traffic, leads, and sales. And you can see a ton of testimonies. Let me see. Oh, by the way, it also removes, like I said, it's about 16 or 17 different features. Also removes tons and tons of deactivated profiles that no one knows that they have because Facebook doesn't show them to you. So this is an example. Mona, she actually was surprised. The very first tool that she ran when she got the software was a deactivated profile finder tool. And she found 460 deactivated profiles that were just taking up space that she was connected to. She didn't know for how long those people were deactivated, whatever. Facebook doesn't show you that, but this software locates those people and allows you to remove them in bulk. You can see this right here, Billy Montez. He says, oh, this member friender is amazing. That's buyer leads. I mean, it doesn't get more powerful. And again, nothing is better than free, right? The software is not free, but nothing is better than free lead generation. Created a new group to sell my done for you Google Ads service and got an $87 client the day I started using Social Prospector Pro. I'll do one more. Let me see. I purchased the program 24 hours ago for my daughter's business. In less than 24 hours, I got her $950 in work, and that was maybe 1 hour of work. So, I mean, this thing is very, very powerful. Support is top notch. We're always on top of it. We're always updating, and Facebook is always making changes, but we're on top of it. We listen to the users. We listen to your feedback. We add tons of features in there based on customer feedback. So again, if you want some laser targeted buyer leads using your Facebook profile, I highly suggest that you go to socialprospectorpro.com and you can see its different plans to choose from, but all of them have a 3-day test drive for just $1. Okay, $1, you can't beat that. You get results right away, even if you just remove 500 deactivated profiles from your Facebook account on day one, then you decide to cancel tomorrow. You still got a result right away, right? It's a win-win. All right, so I hope you got some value from this video. Again, you do not want to spam groups. You do not want to send out your messages to every single person that you come across. Bring them into your world. Allow them to be friends with you, right? Allow them to fill up your friends list with 5,000 people. That's like having a stadium or auditorium full of people. And you know exactly how they became friends with you because you know how you found them. You went fishing, you reeled them in, and now every single time that you post, it's no better audience that can be looking at your offers. Okay? So, hope you got some value. I'll talk to you soon.